What is up, everyone? Hope everyone's having a fantastic Saturday. My name is Larry, and welcome to a little show I like to call Let's Open Some Toys Live. This is episode 53. And yeah, it's been another fun week. Let's see what. We're already in June, second show for June. And weather's been crazy up here in the northern Kentucky area. We had some very strong winds a few days ago. Florence Union got hit pretty bad. No tornadoes, for no, just really, really high winds. An area not too far from me. There's a lot of some good amount of damage, but everything here on my end is doing well. But let's say hello to the chat on this beautiful Saturday, which it actually just rained for like 20 minutes. It was beautiful, nice, weather and everything. Nice and, sunny earlier today when me and Trish went out to go see Masters of the Universe for the second time. It's just, if you haven't seen it yet, please go see this movie. It is super fun, especially if you grew up in the 80s watching the cartoon. You're going to enjoy it. But let's say hello to the chat. We got Jersey Shore Juggernaut first in the chat. There's a storm brewing. Weird coincidence. A storm consisting of Larry the Lightning. Okay. Chaos the Thunder. And with a chance of strong Canadian winds in the form of Mr. Ryan Clark. Only thing left to do is open some toys. I'm sure Ryan could have just said that, did that alliteration better, or said the alliteration better. Oh man, I can't talk today. Tango Toy 16, what's going on, brother? How you doing today? I said I'm going to send a message on Tuesday to we got Ellen. What's up, Ellen? How you doing? And of course, Mr. Ryan Clark himself. There's a chance of a strong Canadian win. Thanks for the bean that I had for breakfast. I love my chat. I really do. I really do. Let's see here. Of course, Chaos is monitoring the chat. And let's see. There's a whole bunch of stuff. I'm not gonna bring up everything on here, but it's it's hilarious. So if you're in the live chat, if you're watching this not live, hopefully you can go back and read the chat. I don't think I normally turn those off to where you can't live the live chat that's going on. But anyway, my name is, like I said before, my name is Larry. And just because, and if you are new here, I do have one thing to make sure you know.
Welcome to my world.
Yes, welcome to my world. Anyway, I'm going to try to get used to actually using these clips more often. At least the ones that make sense. And I won't.
And start living a little less douche.
Yeah. Anyway, I just keep clicking the wrong things here. But yeah. So today, I mentioned that we were going to open up, or I will be opening up. Chaos says, "You're welcome for those." Yeah, thank you, sweetie. I appreciate it. But like I said in the description for this show tonight, we're going to open up some more Mythic Legions, which are my last 3 pickups that I got a while back from the toy department, from the Rising Sun Waves. Wave. We got Dust Parta, I guess that's how you pronounce it. Man, I Ryan, I'm terrible at pronouncing these. We got this one here, and we got this dwarf 2-pack Exiles from Under the Mountain. So we will be opening these tonight, which will finish off what I still had left for my Mythic Legions pickup from a while back from the toy department. But I also said there was a special pickup from today, because like I said, we went and saw the Motu movie for the second time, and we went and did some other running around. And I keep getting these little pop-up things here. There we go. we stopped over at Target, and I finally found the Masters of the Universe Chronicles Battle Cat. I always wanted to pick up the Masterverse Revelations Battle Cat, but I always kind of just like, well, I'm not really collecting that line, and now I wish I would have gotten it. But I'm glad I found this one. They also had the core version. We actually went into the mall first, and the Macy's Toys R Us section did have some of the core figures in the core Battle Cat, but I really wanted this one, and luckily they had a few of these in stock. No He-Man for Chronicles. They did have a Man-at-Arms and a Triclops. And not a lot of the core figures. I think I saw like 2 Tilas. But I don't know if it's a good thing or a bad thing. Guessing they're selling. So do you think that if I type in the chat, it'll be easier to Well, if you type it in, because you'll do the pronunciation. I just haven't gone to the Four Horsemen thing to look it up, because normally they have the pronunciation for them on there as well. And I do have it saved as an app on my phone for the Source Horseman site, but you know me. It's been a long day. I'm still full from theater food because if you've ever went to a Cinemark nowadays, I mean, they serve all kinds of food, not just popcorn and candy. So I had probably a bit too much, and I'm still digesting it. So did you catch some extra things in the Motu movie the second time? No, I was pretty engaged the first time, so I think I caught everything. There wasn't anything really new, but it's definitely a good time. And if you haven't gone and see it, please go see it while it's still in theaters, because it's not doing well. Even though the good word of mouth has been remarkably positive for this type of film. And depending on what Amazon's real strategy is for this movie, we may get a sequel still. We might not. I don't know. I hope for a sequel or a spin-off of some other character. Maybe I'm not going to spoil it if you haven't, even though it's been a few weeks now. It's been like, 3 weeks since the movie's been out. So, spoilers be damned, I guess. But I'm going to be respectful for those who have not seen it. But, yeah, Tango said he enjoyed the movie as well. Yeah, Trish really wanted to go see it again. While we were there, they also had the Supergirl merch out. Did not get the Lobo popcorn bucket. We did get the medium-sized 10 and a couple of the cups, plus a little crypto plushie, actually, that we picked up from the movie theater this afternoon, or late morning. So we got a little puppy crypto. Despatar. Tar? Yeah, Jersey said he dug the movie. But yeah, little puppy crypto, no cape. But yeah. So I picked that up for Trish today while we were there. And a few other things, but like I said, I don't have anything ready. I was actually updating my computer. I was having some audio issues with the headphones, so I did want to. Well, you want to bring in the bucket? So this is one of the different tins. This is the medium-sized tin we picked up. Chris, okay, this is the ones I typically do collect. We still need to clean it. The inside's got a nice metallic blue going on. And then a couple of the collector cups. I probably shouldn't be buying these, but I like these things. I like to be able to reuse them whenever I want.
Oh, you're going to have to do a show about all the ones we already have in the cabinet.
Well, I mean, this is Larry's Geeky World. It's not technically just a toy channel. At least it shouldn't be.
I'll go start putting them out now.
That's not. I mean, I do have 2 other buckets sitting over here.
Yeah, the Batman and what is that one?
That is Blue Beetle.
Oh, is that the Blue Beetle one?
Yeah, with the cup from the Batman, the plastic one.
My Harley Quinn mallet one is in the shed in one of the totes.
Yep, and he's like, these like geese. Yeah, I was. They had a little bit bigger one that was They had a black background, different picture of Supergirl on it, but that one had. You can't really see it on the camera, but actually in the yellow, there's more other characters in there. Lobo isn't on that one. I wanted to make sure I had a Lobo representation. I wasn't getting that motorcycle, his space hog, popcorn bucket. I already paid an absorbent amount when we went to go see Motu the first time and got the actual Castle Grayskull bucket / cup / candy holder. So and I appreciate that, Ryan. I really do. Like I said, pronunciations on certain words, I have to hear it like a lot of times to get it through my head. Because I can read it, it might sound right in my head, but it comes out, it just won't spew out right. But anyway, so Legions Con, I think the last time I saw it was like maybe a week or so ago. They posted that they are about half or at halfway. They were at the halfway mark on sold out on passes. So if you have not picked up your purchased your tickets for Legions Con in November, and you want to go, I suggest you do so soon before they do sell out. Considering they are also doing individual day passes this time, or purchase early as opposed to just going and doing it at the door. So we will see how that all pans out. I know they had added another overflow hotel, which is probably about as far as the hotel that we are staying at from the actual convention. Which, but it's like a castle, apparently. I'm not going to bring up all that information. I don't have anything like preloaded or nothing. So I'm not going to be bringing up a whole bunch of extra stuff today. So I think we're just going to get into some action figures, unless someone else would like to talk about anything that they want me to bring up, any topics they would like for me to pick up that's happening. Oh, there was something. You know what? I do, because Four Horsemen did announce some things, and now I need to find it because now it just popped in my head. I had a notification. What is this? Okay. Chris says, Godzilla. You always want me to talk about Godzilla. Yes, bro, and that's what I was thinking of, that new cosmic guy, because I did share that on my stories a couple days ago. Now I have to find it. Let me see. That's what I want. And we will. Let me get that on here. Okay. So this is pretty cool. Let's go ahead and bring this to stage. They announced this new cosmic Legions figure, which I love the red. And, it's the same body we've already gotten for the Ox crew. Like the blue one I have back there, which you can't see, I don't think. At least not now you can't. Actually, let me change this view up. There we go. Yeah, it's got this cool looking metallic red big old space hammer, and I don't know who else came with this hammer, because I don't have a lot of cosmics yet, and at least none of the ones I currently have has that hammer. It's Beta One McDister. It's what's going on, brother? It's a paladin in space. Yes. And he's so Warhammer coded, and I'm here for that. Yeah, me too, man. This thing is, and I'm not a big Warhammer guy. Chaos is huge into Warhammer. At least he used to be. But this thing, look at that. I'm just curious how this cape. I'm guessing it just attaches like to where the pauldrons. Well, no, because he doesn't have. Well, do they? No, because those things move independently. I think those are already attached. I don't think they were separate. Are they? I don't remember. I put this thing together so long ago. I can't even remember those pauldrons were how those pauldrons went on. But that cape, a level good wired cape, that metallic and kind of orange, or burnt orange here, metallic red and the gray, it works so well together. And look at all the cool parts it comes with. Oh, let me get rid of these because those drive me nuts. So many cool different parts, and I almost didn't even notice this thing down here. What are those? But we got several different heads, and let's say 3 different total heads, and 2 additional face plates to switch out on that. It's like we got a reuse of the Debon head, the Gorgo mask, a skeleton face plate, and this like robotic face plate piece that I believe is coming with one of the heads packs for the character packs. I do believe. But yeah, cool. Reuse. I love that Dubon figure. So we get a reuse of that head. The Gorgo mat. It's just interesting that they're doing, mixing these parts more. And I'm for it. This is I think this is gonna be a Nerd Cosmic I need to pick up in the near future. 2 loin pieces. 2 sets of helmet attachments. Back adapter, tubes, backpack removable dome. Removable dome, belt attachments, and fully wired goods, soft goods cape. But it doesn't say exactly, or does it? Yeah, here we go. It will be available at their event that they're going to, and a set amount for each day, and purchase limits will be in place. While this figure is debuting at San Diego, so he's debuting at San Diego Comic-Con, and he's not exclusive to that event, so he will be offered up later at other events and eventually an in-stock sale. So I hope they don't sell out at Legions Con, even though they'll probably have it at Mo. They'll have to have it at Mo 2 Fest because they'll be at Mo 2 Fest. So I might get lucky and be able to pick them up early. So that will be fun. Says Chaos says I used to play it in middle school and high school. She's talking about Warhammer. Everyone saying hello to everybody. Johnny, what's going on, friend? How you doing, my buddy? My Gundam pal. And Leah. Is it Leah or Leia? Is it number 1 or number 2? Because I heard Max calling you Leah all of a sudden. And I don't know. But I would say Leia since you're using Leia as your profile pic. And Tango, Spaded. Yeah, everyone just saying hi to everybody. Yeah. So, what does everyone else think about this figure? Are you all going to pick this up? If you're collecting cosmics, are you passing on this? Are you going to hold off and hopefully be able to pick it up in an in-stock sale? Because I'm going to see, hopefully I'm able to pick this up at Mo 2 Fest. I don't want to spend a lot of money at Mo 2 Fest because that is like 2 months, almost 2 months before Legions Con. Just slightly under 2 months. So I don't want to, spend too much at Mo 2 Fest in September. And hopefully some of you all can make it there because I will be, strolling around the con floor. I'm just happy it's going to be the least expensive convention I'm going to this year because I don't have to get a hotel because it's like not even maybe a 10-minute drive, if that, from where I'm at. So, and that just depends on traffic, which might be a little bit longer because they are starting that Brent Spence bridge project. So who knows how far along that's going to be. It might be worse by then. Because I think it's like a 3 or 5 year project. Yeah, it's going to be a mess. Anyway, this guy is cool. Yeah, Leia's like Princess Leia. I don't correct Max because it doesn't bother me. I just got confused. That's all. But yeah. So yeah, I think this is definitely going to be another cosmic I'm going to want to pick up. I do love this space armor design. I still need to get the other two because I didn't pick up the female in the purple or the kind of the orange, well, the little alien, it's the kind of more dwarfish kind of size one in the orange. So, and so we will, yeah. So when it comes up, I'm going to try to pick them up, and depending if it goes up in stock before Motu Fest, maybe. But I think I'm going to hold off until Motu Fest. Eating dinner after finishing applying some water slide decals. Oh, okay. Yeah, he's always hard at work on those Gundam kits, man. Those Gundam kits. I need to get me a new kit. Jonathan, my daughter's second oldest, he bought a big perfect, I believe it's a perfect grade. I don't know what Gundam it is, but he bought this big old, it's in a big old box. And he was asking to borrow my little tool set so he can start working on it some more. I think, I don't know if he even started on it, but he's really enjoying building the Gundam kits as well as I do. So that was announced. And was there anything else on here that they announced? I mean, they've been showing some cool stuff on the pre-orders for the Reinforcements 3. Hang on. So that ends on the 28th. So if you're wanting to pre-order any of the Reinforcements wave of figures, there'll be your chance for that. I also want to pick up this guy that they showed off a little while back. This new cosmic. They showed this guy at Monster Palooza and put them up for sale. So hopefully I can get both of those. So there'll be at least 2 cosmics I'll be picking up at Motu Fest if they're on the table at the Four Horsemen booth. This guy looks amazing. I know Ryan wants this one too because he said he wanted. I'm going to go back to it because he said he wants that big red space paladin. I mean, I want these guys, man. These guys are cool. I mean, Cosmics has been winning me over more and more. So, and of course, Chaos, as I mentioned something, she brings something to me because I mentioned the kit that Jonathan is building. So let me get this on here. Tango, did I pre-order anyone yet? You mean off of the Reinforcements wave? No, because I'm currently waiting for my next paycheck for some overtime to see how much, because I'm trying to gauge some stuff. Because I do want to pick up a couple of the Legions Lady tribute ones. One for Trish, of course, Chaos, and one for myself, obviously. Definitely want to get a couple of the Bilge, the rat guys. And I really, they're all cool. I do want the soft goods. I don't have many for a couple of the factions. I do have a good amount for the Leodor, for figures that could use that. Those tunics, I kind of wish it was in like a set just for all 4 tunics, but I mean, you can technically do that with the Valiant Knight, the new Valiant Knights in that wave. So that way you can get one of each and just have one each. But I kind of want to get a bunch of just the Leodor ones and a couple of the Zilarian one, Zilarian, yeah, Zilenian. I can't speak. Anyway, as I was saying, Chaos was so kind to bring this. This is what Jonathan purchased with one of his first big paychecks with some overtime when we went to the toy department. I don't know what series, because I have been so behind on the Gundam series, because Gundam Wing was my main one. I watched some Gundam X. But yeah, he's going to be putting this massive beast together. This is going to take some time, because I haven't put together a perfect grade figure, which was a 160. I believe this is a 160 scale. Yeah, 160 scale. That's what perfect grades are. I have a 160 scale Wing Zero from Endless Waltz. He did not survive the several moves. I may need to bring him out one day and show you the damage. But I love putting that thing together. I've had that thing for a long time. Yeah, the Larian. Yeah. It's the Larian. All right, nice PG-00 right Razor. Yep. So I know I'm torn. I may make up my mind and make my mind up very last minute as I'm trying to save up for Legions Con, because unfortunately I'm bringing Ellen with me. I mean, yeah. I mean, I know last year I was lucky. I had plenty saved, and I just changed that bulb. That's where the bulb was flickering. I had bought, like, I had just gotten some other orders in right before Legions Con. So yeah, but it's gonna be I'm trying to make sure I have enough money saved up for the trip, because when we're gonna be there longer, we're gonna be there more than just the 3 nights that we were there the last time. And I do want to kind of get to explore New Jersey more. I want to, because I didn't get a chance to visit Chubsy Wubsies, because one, I was never familiar, and I was still trying to get used to not passing my hotel on the way back from Legion's Con, because somehow I always missed the entrance when I was coming back. So, wow, Tango. Yeah, that is understandable. Roll your eyes out. But I can't wait to meet everybody. I can't wait to actually get to say hello to Jersey and Jersey Sword Juggernaut and Tango. And don't tell me the other bulbs are going to go out. I just changed the one. I'm about to see what one it is. That's going to bother the hell out of me. Anyway, Chaos, will you come and get the boys' massive Gundam? I would appreciate that. It won't be in my way. Anyhow. Chubsies, Larian, and the whole family is great. Oh, that's cool. Hey. I know I see them on the Toy Daddy stuff every now and again, and Yembo was at their shop during some event they were holding for customizers or dio makers. What, a couple months or so back, and yeah, so like, yeah, she's next to me, so I'm good. Look, I am happy you guys decide to spend your Saturday nights hanging out with me. I really do appreciate it. But let's get into it. Let's go ahead and start cracking open some of these Mythic Legions Rising Sun figures. This is Manisha Cinderhorn. I think I pronounced that right. Manisha. And this one, I love when I looked at it, just the kind of metallic blue and copper that's going on in the armor, and that dark blue, like, skin tone, and the white eyes and white hair. And, I was debating that one for a while. Unfortunately, there is at least 2 figures from this wave I still don't have. They did have the Minotaur still in stock. last time we were there, but it's been a couple weeks since we went to the toy department. It's and then was it Broder was the other figure I wasn't able to pick up because I think he was almost sold out the first day. So go ahead and we'll get her open. And of course, we got some nice soft goods cape here in the bag, nice and wired, and it is an over the neck type of cape. She does have a second tray with her nice metallic blue pauldrons. Same kind of crossbow we got with Dubon. I think, is this a new staff? Or I think one of my guys has the same staff body. But now I don't know for sure. See, now I have to look. But I love. See if I can get this to focus. There we go. I love all that intricate design. I think one of my guys, I think it's the ogre that from part of the Zilarian ones with that was a Legions Con one. I think he has the same. Yeah, I think his staff is the same, except for this is a different color, and it's got the more silver or gunmetal like on here, opposed to this is like what black staff. Let's see what we got here. This shit, man. We're drinking, enjoying the weather and your show. I appreciate that. Thank you. You're welcome. When you said PG, I thought it was the PGU in you Gundam, and that's like I said. Well, it wasn't that much. It was a pretty penny. I don't remember what the price tag said on it. If Chaos wants to say that in the chat, she can tell you because she has the box with her now. It was over $100. I mean, here's the crossbow. Oh, I love that. And of course, this does have a elastic string, which you can just pull back there. No loose arrows, which I prefer because I don't want to lose it, even though I have plenty. That came with Neve. Chaos says it was $250 for that kit, for that Gundam kit that Jonathan is building. That was with his first overtime check, I believe. Since we all now work in the same place. And this was his first real job. And he's exhausted. Now he knows what I deal with every day. So I'm trying to untie her. Spaded one says, I built the PGU RX-78, but even I'm not crazy enough to drop 700 on the NU gun. Dude, I mean, I think the Wing Zero one that I bought was like $100 back in the day. Wing Zero, Endless Waltz, Perfect Grade kit. And me and my brother-in-law put that together on New Year's Eve that year. Whatever year it was. I want to say early 2000s. Like super early 2000s. Before where I was working at now. But here we got Manisha out of the package. I'm going to click that off and try to get this to focus. There she is. I love that kind of bronzy or copper breast armor in the metallic blue and the shiny purple. I think it's the same fabric they used on Wraith Healer? Am I saying her name right? I don't remember all the names off the top of my head. But I do love all the little detail. And I keep dropping the tray. It keeps sliding off my lap. But yeah, the colors do pop, Jersey. They are. I mean, that red on that face mask there on the hooded head that he already comes with. It's on her. And it will just stop falling. But she's got a same type of dagger, same sculpt dagger that Twig has. There we go. Oh, no. Okay. So we got the same dagger that Swig has. There we go. So we got that. I almost thought I was going to break that, trying to pull it out. It was not wanting to come out of the package. We got this little container, which I want to say is the same one that came with Scapular. I know it came with somebody. I want to say it's supposed to have like the blow darts or something in it. I don't know, but she doesn't have a blow dart gun, so I don't know why she would have this. But I don't know. It doesn't want to focus. Come on. There it goes. Getting nicely detailed. It wants to focus on all the figures in the background now because I'm covering more of... Come on. There we go. There we go. So that's cool. Tango says she is one of his favorites from the line. I mean, she's awesome looking. I think Neve is still one of my favorites from this wave. I know, of course, Atlas and Bodvar are really cool. I mean, I've never had a giant articulated bear before, so we do have a pair of gripping hands with the vertical hinges or lateral hinges. I don't know which ones are which. So we got that, so you can pivot your wrist up and down. And that's in the main tray here. We got this awesome alternate head. I don't know if this is going to be the one I put on her or not permanently, because I do like this one. I think this is my favorite versions of that head. I don't know. They're all pretty good. And Aunt Ellen says she loves the colors. Here's the other alternate head, which is really cool. We also, where's that other tray go? We have another slew of hands, which I'm not going to take off the tray, but we got some loose gripping hands, or gesturing type of hands. We got a pair of fists and more gripping hands because she has like a gesturing hands already on her as well, so very loose type of hands. So you have options. She's got probably some of the most hands in any figure or other. Tango says he is only missing the Minotaur. Yeah, last time I saw there they had one. So I don't know. I don't know if I want to pick up the Minotaur or not. But it's two-toned. I didn't realize her cape was a two-tone. So it's like a navy, like a really dark navy on the outside, and the inside's nice black. I love that. I love the two-tone capes. It's one of my favorite aspects of the Tim Drake Robin when he popped up, when he first appeared, with the two-tone cape. And of course, Batman the Animated Series made it just used as the default for Robin for Dick Grayson. So there we go. There she is with her little cloak on. I don't know if I'm going to put the pauldrons on her or not. I typically will, but I think I might leave the pauldrons off of her. This thing is massive, though. It's got plenty of room if I wanted to. You just cover up her whole body if you want it. So you can get some really cool dynamic posing out of this thing if you really, really want to work with it. But yeah, I really enjoy that. Got some loose threads. Of course, you got the fabric purple skirting here is also wired, by the way. Yeah, but these, I just can't get over the paint on these. Look at that. And the silver rivet, or the bronze rivets, not silver. or brass. One of the two. I don't know which one's which. It's not age. If it is brass, it's not age brass. But that's... I might have to put those on a little bit later. I don't know. I don't know. Freaking lootly. Larry, please call Jersey out and tell him to jump on board with Mythics. Yes, 3 different heads. You got the base head with the hood on and the mask, and you got this one, and you got this one. And, well, how are you going to Legions Con and you don't have any Legions? I mean, I get it. You're from Jersey, so, I mean, sure, we got that going for you. But, yeah, how do you not? How have you not jumped on board this? I mean, come on. These things are amazing. I mean, look, just that detail, the craftsmanship, the sculpting. You know? I mean, come on. Let's see here. This is he said, thank you for calling him out. He says, please, Larry, please call Tango and tell him that I need money and 2 full-time jobs for me. Hey, I have 1 full-time job and I do just fine. Granted, the boys that are living with us are also grown. And one's about to turn 21 right before we go to Legions Con. So the other one's already in his, early 20s. So, he literally just turned 22. So yeah. But yeah, I mean, I don't know what your budget looks like. I don't know what your bills look like. So, each one has different issues, and I understand. But, at least get one. I mean, there's some cheaper ones out there. Fine. Dude, here's what Brick told me back right before I purchased my first Mythic, which he hasn't come in yet because it was a pre-order for Leodicius. Find the one that really speaks to you. And then the floodgates will open, and then you'll just buy a bunch. Now, he didn't say that part, just to look at one that you really, really like. And that was what kind of got me. And of course, then Baethier hit, and like, well, I need the dragon. That thing is, and even Trish is like, Kev's like, we have to have that dragon. So Ryan's like, I'm back. My internet rebooted. Oh no. Oh man, you missed so much. I mean, well, we only got into 1 figure so far. So we got into her. I haven't put her pauldrons on or anything yet, but I do love the colors. Verdict. Yeah, and I have 2 swigs, which means we have 3 swigs in this house currently, because she has a swig, and I now have 2 swigs because that was my mystery figure from the last in stock sale that they had done when those gladiators went back up. But yeah, she's really cool. And so let's get on to the next single figure. I'm going to move all of her stuff out of the way so I don't lose them. And I was afraid I was going to snap this blade off of this dagger when I was trying to pull it out because I got really worried. All right. So next, we got Dus Patar. And now I don't know if you guys really enjoy me reading these little bios on here. I know I didn't do it for the last one, but I'll have to make a poll or something at some point. I mean, my audience is pretty small, but it'd be nice to know if you all actually enjoy me reading these or not, if I should do more of those, because I really don't know. But yeah, but considering I have such problems with pronunciation, I mean, I wouldn't blame if you said you didn't. See here, says he goes to Legions Con and spends my full purse on just 2 mythic. Man, really? That small of a purse? I mean, I've already mentioned it on record how much I spent this past Legion's Con, and I wasn't planning on spending that much. And for some odd reason, Chaos said mead at the Ren Fair. I still not had mead at the Renaissance Festival. So I don't think that's happening anytime soon. Seriously, I thought I'd get 3 that I really like and then call it. I mean, I assumed that too, but like I said, I pre-ordered the Odysseus, and that was going to be a while before he actually would come in. So I wanted, and of course, when Beathir went up and I ordered him, I mean, we got even probably about as long, if not longer, for that one to come out. So I wanted something in hand, and then so I got one. The first 4 I ordered, which was the 2 green, the evil and the heroic armory knights, the green heroic and evil or villainous knights, or however they were called. Plus, it was the vampire Phalanx, and it was the that kind of tan orc that I can't remember the name of off the top of my head. It starts with a G, and it's really long. I had it, and I lost it. My wallet was in panic. Yeah, I mean, if 2 Legions figures was going to break your budget for it, yeah, you weren't going to survive what I spent. I mean, the Robo Skull alone is more than just 2 or 3 Mythic Legions. And I purchased the Robo Skull and its stand at Legions Con and brought it home with me. So, she said, Jonathan wants mead. He will be 21 when we go this year to the Ren Fair. Yeah, he will. I'm sorry, my mouth's awfully dry today. But yeah. Figures I don't have that's on the back of here for this wave. It's really just now Bodvar. Not Bodvar. God, man, I lost the name now. I had it. Broder. And then whatever the Minotaur's name is, I never caught. I never caught what the Minotaur's name was. Those are the only 2 from this whole wave that I don't have. But we're getting into this big, awesome scorpion-looking dude, which I didn't realize that's what he was supposed to be at first. Someone pointed that out. Like, wait, that's that what he is? Okay, that's kind of cool. I need anything kind of beastly or alien-like, creature-like, because those are like some of the coolest things ever. Here's his tail, which plugs into the back. His nice scorpion tail, which is bendy. Which I'm gonna heat this up a bit. It's a bendy wire, but Mythic Legions is very finicky. Tango says, I will buy Jonathan a drink. I'm bringing my cooler with him. Just to save money. I mean, we didn't really hang out in the pub at Legion's Con. I mean, we've eaten in there, but we didn't really hang out at the bar part. Because we're not heavy drinkers. But, I'll have a beer. I'll have a beer with you. There's a whole story about when the oldest turned 21. I can go into at a different point. It was interesting, but let's just say he has no interest in alcohol whatsoever, which is good for him. This guy comes with some really cool weapons. I love these. These are like new pauldrons. I've never seen these pauldrons before. This is a totally new style of pauldrons. Come on, focus on those. There you go. They definitely look like an exoskeleton of an insect. I love the crackly nature of it. Really cool. So these are, I think, that some of the newest pieces that we have gotten. got this really cool nice sword here, which I don't think anyone else I have has this sword. I think this is also new just for this guy currently. There we go. And we got another one of these really awesome swords and sheaves. No chains are attached to this one, unfortunately. So, because he's not attached to the body or anything already, unlike some of the other figures. I love the more oriental design. Very Crouching Tiger, Hidden Dragon. At least that's what it reminds me of. Like the main sword in that. And this is actually something, this is a repurpose, and I just flinged half of it somewhere. This also came with a Lithia, plus also that orc, at least one part did, because it attaches to the spear. But these can attach together any which way you want, so you can kind of make it a windmill type of thing, like a fan blade if you want it, or you can attach it to one of the pole arms. But I think we've gotten this piece a couple different times. At least I know Lithia came with both of these, so that's cool to get more of those. So that was the back tray. But yeah, this guy, woo! I love little accessories that these guys come with. This is one of the first ones that I have that has a torch. It says Exactamundo. Mythic Legions cost Dom Perignon money, and I can only afford grapes. So, well, I don't know how much Dom Perignon costs. I don't think I've ever had Dom Perignon. I am strictly like a hard apple cider and like the hard lemonade type stuff. Yeah, very nice sword. He's goofy, but was told by someone at work to get a Long Island iced tea. He didn't like the way it tasted and has sworn off drinking alcohol. Talking about her oldest, Andrew. Yeah. He was really just disappointed because there was no actual tea in it. I did not know that. Then again, I've never been to Long Island, so. Oh, well, here we go. We got the main figure out of the pack. He has, this is the only bit of soft goods on him. It's this little front loin piece. But I love the detailing on this kind of faux leather around the skirting here. You got the little pincer hands there. Come on. Don't focus on the other legions. Focus on this one. There we go. But yeah, he's really cool. A bit more aged on the bronze on the body there. Love the face mask piece on this helmet. Really cool. It's really, I mean, look at this. Look at this guy. It looks like we got someone new. We got Iron Wookie. Chris! This is a buddy from work. What's up, Chris? He's actually catching my live. He says, do more Warhammer. Well, you know, I don't collect Warhammer. You do, my friend. You collect Warhammer. I haven't done a regular figure review in like ages. But I'll have some kind of figures that are kind of close to Warhammer when I get some more of those cosmics in. Which I know next week we will be opening up some more of that Ox Crew 2 wave. Haven't decided which one out of the 5 figures I have left to open, but there will be some of those. But this guy is pretty wicked. Let's go ahead and try to plug in this back piece. This big scorpion dude. I probably need to heat this up a bit because it is wanting to fight me today. Yeah, it's going to fight me. It's not going to want to go in there. That's what she said. Anyway. Yes, welcome. We're just opening up some Mythic Legions. Mr. Iron Wookie. At first I had to look at the picture like, oh wait, no, I know who that is. Now if I can get other people to actually catch my show. Sorry for the plastic noise, but there we go. We got his second, or his alternate head with the really buggy looking face. That's pretty wicked. I'm not going to lie. Love that. Got a couple little other arms. Which, where are these supposed to plug into the back here? Yeah, no, yep. So these plug into the back of this. So I will have to heat that up later and have pictures posted when I have time. So, because these are really little pegs and I do not wish to snap those. But yeah, this thing is really cool. I love to fade it. Love that kind of dark, like, I don't know what kind of color red you want to call that. It does like purple and the scorpion tail. But last, because he doesn't have any extra hands besides those. He has no other hands, no other ones. So he has like the least amount, but he has this cool torch. You're just trying to get me to not be. This is Dus Patar, I believe. Dus Patar. Dus. No T. D-U-S. But this nice green flame torch, which the part here should, if I heat it up, it'll pop out. I know Curtis Ackerman had done a tutorial of drilling out from inside there to put a little battery-powered LED light in it to get it to shine, which turned out pretty cool. He posted that like a while back. What, the torch fire, no pun intended. Yeah, sure it wasn't, Jersey. Sure it wasn't. Chris Chaos is asking, do you ever do squig hopper races? Squiggy? Squig? I don't know. I'm pronouncing that wrong. I know I have to be pronouncing that wrong. Like I said, his name is Dus Patar. I do remember that's how they said that one. Huh? Squig. Okay, squig races, whatever that is. I have no idea. It's totally pun intended. You ain't fooling me, Jersey. Anyway, yeah, but Despotar, cool insectoid, or I don't know, is he in it? Are they part of the arachnid family? They're not part of the arachnid family, right? No, they're only 6-legged, so they're insectoid. But yeah, so I have to heat this guy up, get this on here, and I'll have him all posed up. I'm guessing I'm just have to slide this into one of the slots on his belt, unfortunately. Or I can get the chain. Tango knows what I'm talking about. He asked me for some help about finding some chains to use for the Highland Warrior, because he had a similar sword that comes like with one of these other figures that already had a chain, but he did not. But it has the loops to the chain, so who knows? But yeah, so this guy's pretty cool. And when he gets all, I'll have some cool pictures of all these guys later up on my Instagram, probably by tomorrow morning. At least I hope so. But for the last Mythic Legions unboxing for the night, we got the Exiles from Under the Mountain, the part of the Noble Bear clan. And of course, I will need my knife to cut open the tape, which now I seem to have misplaced it. Oh, there it is. handy blade to cut the tape. And this set was $90. Now, unfortunately, they were out of the dwarf weapons pack for this wave on day one when they hit the street date. So, I think when I got there, they barely had any left, but I wasn't thinking about picking any up. So, says sent you an IG message, Westwood Coppers. Yeah, okay. Yes, I have the chains waiting to use them for current figures. Cool. You gotta show me that when that gets done, man. I'm looking forward to that. Okay, I keep forgetting about the bottom tape on this. The bottom part here. Come on now. There we go. Yep. Really surprised to see a fellow, one of my co-workers showing up. Really appreciate him. If he's even still watching. She says Squig Hopper races are a beloved, chaotic community mini game within Warhammer universe where players field bouncy, unpredictable cave squigs in a mad dash to the finish line. So yeah, all right. So that's what that is. If you did not know, and I know I didn't know, but now we all know. So we have a soft goods cloak. Nice short one, fully wired with the hood, which is really neat, really nice. There that is, opens up like that. That's the only soft good piece in a bag. No additional trays, or is there? Yes, there is. There is. We have on the back tray, we have we have a shield, nice hexagon shield. We got this cool piece here, which I also believe came with the Highland Warrior. So I will be interested in how I'm going to use that part. We got a cool axe. We got the handle for the shield. Got a little belt piece up here. 2 different sets of pauldrons and 2 additional neck pegs and a horn. So that's pretty cool. I'm not going to pop all these things out at the moment, even though that axe, though. Like, yeah, I'll send a pic as soon as send you have to pick. I only use it so far for the Highland Warrior. Yeah, I can't wait to see it, man. It's gonna look cool. All right, so let's go ahead and get the other tray out. This will be also in the main tray. We got our dwarves. We got our dwarven male and female. And the only other dwarf I have currently is the Sir Valgard. Sir Valgard. That was the Legacies of Mythos Wave 2 that I picked up from Legions Con. So it'd be nice to get a dwarf that has an actual normal head. But we're going to get the female out of here first. Oh. Let's see if I can get these twist ties out of here. Chris has responded, says he just got the 11th edition of Warhammer. So I just don't think it's funny. I do more Warhammer. I got more reviews on those. I did a whole Warhammer week a few years, like 3 years ago. If you haven't checked out those reviews, those are listed on my page on my YouTube. So if you're interested, the first review I put up for that Warhammer week was for the Joy Toy It was one of the first set of Joy Toys I believe they came out with. It was a 4-pack. Now I done for space on the name of what group it was. But it was of the Space Marines, of a group of Space Marines, Space Wolves, I believe. So here we go. We got our female dwarf out of the packaging. And look at her, that little headdress piece on her, the furry neckerchief. That's what I'm going to call it. It's like a furry neckerchief. The detail on this armor on her, though, man, is pretty cool. I just love what the Four Horsemen are doing with these things. This belt is totally different. Her hair kind of got stuck in it. I do love how it actually looks like you know exactly what's supposed to go in these slots here on her belt. You just put the weapons in there. She got a little bit of soft good, wired soft good piece right here for her front of her loincloth. But she is sculpted with pants, obviously. Cool leather armored boots. And yeah, she's really cool. I like the look of her. I might just keep her like this. I don't think I'll add any pauldrons or anything. I think I like her better like this. More plain. But nice braid. She's really cool. I know there's some people who really, really dig the dwarves, and I can kind of see why. Because she's pretty cool. I do feel that the armor skirting is a little too big for her, though. I mean, obviously, it will fit perfectly on a standard Mythic Legions, height figure. But you'd think they'd, I don't know. But it does give her full coverage on her legs, so it's really cool. I like it. We see here. We have an extra head for her, an armored helmeted head. It does come with a couple of horns, but you can put different ones on it because they're always interchangeable. There we go. Again, nice painting on the eyes and the face, the lips. Nice weathering wash on it. The detail work is really, really good. So, love that. We got Leafy N. Lift and I'm sorry, hon. I can't pronounce that. What is your most expensive figure? I don't know. I mean, it ain't here yet. If I had to answer that question, what I currently have? Figure? I don't know. Possibly one of the horses. Possibly one of the Mythic Legions horses. Because trust me, I've been tempted to pick up. I've been tempted to pick up one of those.
It's what's her name that you broke the arm on her because she was like $195.
One second. Anyhow, All right, I had to go do something real quick. Anyway, that was her armored helmeted head. Got this other cool axe, which is I'm gonna try to get everything off the main tray. I'm not gonna. I list everything on the second tray. We got a nice sword, which I don't think I have this for anybody yet. Nice weathering. Again, I love the detail on these things. I'm trying to get. I'm okay. I'm almost about to mix things up. I didn't move all this petard stuff out of the way. I'm trying not to mix them with the other figures, so I don't. When I put them away on other stuff, I almost forgot. I need to pop these horns out of here that go onto that helmet, or at least it's meant to go on that helmet. So it does come with this set of horns. I'm trying to make sure I put them on the right direction because they do not seem to be marked. I do believe they're pretty much exactly the same, but they just plug in. And it probably would be easier if I was to heat this up. Obviously, it would be. So they are not wanting to go in at the moment. So I will have to heat these up quite a bit because it just feels like these are almost not the right size to go into this. So I'll have to heat this helmet up so I can get these horns on. But let's go ahead and get the other guy out before I pull out any more weapons. But Chaos was right. Actually, Alithia is currently my most expensive figure because she was listed at, even though she was used. So I got 10% off during the sale, the Memorial Day sale that weekend. She was listed for $195. So almost $200 before the sale, the 10% off of. So currently in here, I want to say, yeah, Alithia is probably my most expensive figure. Until Baethier shows. But most expensive toy in this that I own is the Super 7 Thundercats Ultimate Cat Slayer. That is by far the most expensive piece that I have ever purchased. Don't get me wrong, the Robo Skull was like $250 or something like that. And that's not including the stand, the flight stand. I'm trying to be careful because he does have one of those sheaths, which is actually what that sword goes onto, that is chained to his belt. There he is. He's being a little, but it's also bagged up. So they always say be careful on trying to remove these, because no people were accidentally snapping the ring that the chain was attached to. So I'm just more surprised how they got it on there. There we go. There we go. Out of the plastic. And then this sword just goes right in, or should go right into the sheath or scabbard. There you go. There we go. He's a little hunched over there though, but he's got a cool braided bearded head. Oh, Lily is your hello. Welcome to the show. I will try to keep my potty mouth at bay. I don't typically curse on here anyway, but I'm sure it has been known to slip out. But again, he's got some really cool designs. And again, this set was $90 for this 2-pack at the toy department over in Fairfield, Ohio, which I believe is the basic price for this at normal retail. Obviously, if you were lucky enough to pre-order it directly from Four Horsemen when it went up a long time ago, you would have been able to get it for a little bit cheaper, I believe. They typically are a little bit cheaper if you were able to pre-order it directly from them during their initial pre-order. So, not yet. For those who don't know, I didn't want to mention it, but Trish kind of, brought that to the attention. One of those little black skeleton arms, broke at the elbow. And since it was a pre-owned figure, there's no way I'm going to be able to replace it. But I have not been able. I didn't ask her to go into the cabal or ask anyone in there if anyone had anything to trade yet. So, or some kind of, or purchase like a piece or something so I can replace that arm. When I'm looking at it, it looked like it might have already been broken before, to be honest, because I'm looking at where it broke at, and it looks like it was already glued in at one point on that arm. I don't know if that's exactly the case because I never tried to heat it up after it already snapped, because it snapped right at the elbow, right on that peg. I was just trying to twist it and it popped right off. I wasn't trying to bend the elbow. I was just trying to twist it. So I don't know if heating it up would have done any, but it looked like it was already glued. So I'm trying to be really gentle with these guys because, again, if you don't heat them up first, you do risk breakage. Because these guys can come in here or come out really stiff, especially depending on when you get them. So, and Trish said, "Oops," because she was not aware because she has not been paying attention to the shows, even though I have mentioned this to her beforehand, and she tends to forget. So, but he can also come. They also, well, I should say they, because you can have anyone use this massive hammer, which is the same main base body that comes with, I want to say, the axe that not Attila, but Atlas has. Maybe Attila. I don't know. His hammer's not out. His big lion hammer's not out. But nice, really dwarven design. Kind of sculpture on there. Nice rivets. But if you're into like fantasy realm type of stuff, will this head pop off? Yes. This pops right off, so you can switch with any other parts that you already have in your library of Mythic Legions or Cosmic Legions pieces, I believe. So if I want to put the axe head from Atlas on here or anything else, I believe will go on here. This is pretty cool. There's another armored helmet. Wants to fight me. And where the other part go? So here's the other head for him or on her if you want to put this one on here. Love the design on it, and it comes with these interesting wing pieces. Again, this plugs into the side, which again, they feel like they're a little too the pegs feel like they're too big for here. So I'm going to have to really heat this up because if I'm looking at it, they should just want to plug right in, but they don't. So unless they're designed for a certain one, and each one's supposed to be a different size, but they're not marked, so I don't know. Definitely will have to heat these up if I want to get these on here. But that's what these wings are. There's a couple of these that go on. But again, you got your standard pegs for the pauldron to plug in and stuff. And I believe the cloak is supposed to go for him. So we just have to pop the head off as I drop the main tray. And we'll pop the head back on here. There we go. So now we have a cloaked up dwarf ready to kind of go on his adventure, protect himself from the elements. That's what happens with a lot of these figures, man. A lot of these really expensive, highly detailed figures. I mean, you got to treat them like they're like statues almost sometimes, but you have to really take care of them. And that's actually goes with a lot of figures, and that's why some of the cheaper ones have like the more gummy joints and stuff. They got a lot more give to keep because they're meant for because they're cheaper. They're meant for children. So it says that looks dope. The hammer closely resembles the Forge of Solus Prime. Solus Prime looks like my grandpa, short, alcoholic, with no hair due to abnormally high testosterone. Yeah. Okay. So say hello to your grandfather. Grandpapa, tell me about your adventures in the war. Oh man, I just love these wired capes and hoods. They're so cool. Love the detail on his beard. This the nice kind of all the dwarven pieces hanging off of the beard. Now there was also an additional dwarven head that was an homage, or a tribute to a person I am not familiar with, but I'm sure other people in the Legions community are. That thing sold out pretty quickly. Of course, well, I was not interested in that, even though extra parts are always good if you like to customize. But that I'm glad that sold well, and I believe the proceeds for that went somewhere. I could be mistaken because it has been a while since this wave initially came out. So, but last piece that came with this set is another torch. So that's 2 torches for this Rising Sun wave. This is with a more natural fire, opposed to the cool green one that comes with Das Patar. Same sculpt, same mold, as you can see. Just got the nice neon green, which pops really nice with that light hitting it. And almost like you don't even need them lit up from the inside. But I don't know if I'm going to attempt the trick that Curtis did on Art by Ackerman. But if you're interested in that, you can check out his channel and find the video on how to do that. If you want to add a little LED light to that, that's totally up to you. I don't have those kind of tools. I don't have those little drill bits sets like that. But I do love this, how this is like just an actual, looks like an actual piece of stick that just didn't really do much work to, and just attached the bracking on it. But you think if it's wood, it's just gonna burn right up. It's on fire and just gonna. I don't know the lore. So again, when it comes to new to mythics, I'm very, very new. It's like I said, it's only been about a year since I got my first mythics in, and it has grown, any legions, immensely, as you can see behind me in the giant, stack of mythics and cosmics and figure obscuras. So yeah, this has been a fun line to get into, and these guys are really cool. But here we go. Let's go and bring the dwarves back up here. The exiles from under the mountain, and yeah, these guys are cool. I just have to figure out how I'm going to display them because I keep running out of room and I keep rearranging because I wasn't liking how it was arranged over there because you couldn't see the horses. Because they were kind of hidden behind other characters that were on stands. And yeah. And I'm trying to figure out how I'm going to do it when the Dawns of Discovery wave comes in. Because eventually I'm not going to have enough room for both Cosmic and Mythics. I mean, Mythics is already going over on the other side to where the Cosmics currently are. And like I said, I have 5 more figures of Cosmics to open. And for my buddy Wookie on here, for Mr. Iron Wookie here, I think he'd really enjoy the cosmic stuff probably more, especially the one we showed earlier that the 4 Horsemen had announced. Tango's just liking what Spade had said. I like making stuff, but I just don't have the cojones to cut, saw, drill, or screw into something I paid more than $10 for. I don't blame you. Unless you have like the income, they like, I can just get another one type. And there's some of these guys that collect Legions. I mean, I'm in awe of how much they spend on these guys. Like, they army build almost like a good chunk of figures. They have more than one of like almost every mythic figure or in some cosmics. So I don't think I could ever do that, but all right. So we have been on for almost an hour and a half. So here is the last thing we're going to open, because we're going to break out of the Four Horsemen Studio stuff, and we're going to open up this Masters of the Universe Chronicles movie Battle Cat. I know Rowdy had just gotten her stuff in a few weeks or so back, and she's been showing them off on her Instagram and stuff. This is my first Chronicles figure. I have not seen He-Man or Skeletor in stock. I've only seen Triclops and Man-at-Arms. And I've been wanting a Battle Cat, and since I'm not willing to hunt down and pay an exorbitant amount on the secondary market for the Revelations one, this is going to have to do until Mondo announces a Battle Cat for the 2000X line. So, cattle battle. But here's the back of the box that shows the first three main figures in the wave, for first wave, which again, I've not seen He-Man anywhere. Only He-Man figures I have seen from the movie has been the Origins one and the Core line one. And but I wanted this one mostly because they're actually supposed to be glass eyes on this. So let's go ahead and crack open Battle Cat. And I'm gonna be honest, like, I'm not a fan of these weird shaped boxes. I know the toy companies like being different. Like the Skeletron ones, they have this kind of weird like bend here at the front corner. I always open them from the back because of that. There we go. We got Battle Cat. We're going to slide this guy out of here. But he's supposed to be deluxe articulation. Other than say how many points on here. Maybe not. I'm not really that surprised. But he looks pretty cool. And get the tray out of here. Is the tray taped on here? No, because he actually mounted on here. And this is what my little one tool would come in handy. There it is. Get my little nippers out of here. Let's see what the chat's saying. Battle Cat is tempting, and I don't care about He-Man at all. He's a simple dye job from being a giant panther, pretty much. Some people have bought two of these and painted him purple to be Panther. Amazon has He-Man. Well, of course they do. I mean, they should. They made the movie. My Walmart has a bunch of them. If you want one, let me know. I'll grab them for you. I'm not too concerned about it at the moment. I haven't been to my Walmart in a while because last time I was at my Walmart, they didn't have any He-Mans either. Again, like I said, it was only shoot, now I don't even remember what I was talking about. It was only the not gonna let it come off. There we go. Yeah, because he's like strapped in everywhere on here. But I do want to get the He-Man at least because at this point I have at least one version of every type of He-Man currently from the Masterverse type of line. Because they haven't done the 2000X in Masterverse yet. I know they just did. They just started bringing them out in Origins. I mean, I do have the only Origins He-Man I currently have is the there we go. I just want to get the tray out of the box so you can see the inside tray here, or the back sleeve, or however you want to call it. Got nice artwork of the movie Castle Grayskull and that big bridge coming from the city of Eternos. Come on now. Cut off. There we go. Is he finally free? No, he's still tied on. Sorry about the loud plastic noise. This thing is like right by the mic. There we go. Now I think I got him free from his plastic prison. There we go. And of course his helmet / faceplate falls right off. But yeah, this guy. Oh. So here we go. We got Battle Cat. Look at him. Look how pretty he looks. Yeah, like his face mask came off. I like how the upper teeth go back up when you close his jaw. And he's got these glass eyes that will follow you, apparently. Yep, see? It's like he's keeping his eyes on you. He's like, where do you think you're going? Give you that side eye. Right, here we go. We got the nice. Gonna get this back on his forehead. I wish this stayed on a little bit better. I think a lot of people have complained about that. But there we go. Yeah, it just kind of sits there. It's not super secure. But there we go. We got a Battle Cat. It's got a little plastic bit hanging off of his leg there. Like I said, I do kind of wish I had the Revelations one that they came out with a few years ago. But I haven't had a Battle Cat since I was a kid. Wait, did I even have Battle Cat? I had to have. Yeah, I had a Battle Cat. I don't know if I had Panther though. But yeah. So obviously the whole saddle piece and armor piece mask can come off if you just want to make him cringer. Obviously he's more cringer when he has his mouth closed. But this thing is pretty sick. And, come to think of it, it's not surprising. As much as I would love this movie to have made more money in the box office, you have to know by just the Motu fans out there, they are making probably a killing right now just on all of the He-Man merch. I mean, I know the people are going crazy for the popcorn buckets and the cups and whatnot. And like I said, I have not seen any Skeletors except for like I know the Toys R Us at my Macy's had the core He-Man, Beastman, Tila, plus the action feature ones with the swinging hands of He-Man and Skeletor. And they had the Battle Cat with you push down on one of the spikes and his his head like goes up and down and opens his jaw. Like roars. Apparently he's supposed to have electronics and actually roar, I guess. I don't know. But this guy is pretty cool. I can't wait to do some stuff with the other He-Mans because I'm pretty sure all my other He-Mans will look just fine on him. But he is fully articulated. He does have some in and out here on the shoulders. He's got multiple points of articulation around the neck and head. Obviously, the jaw opens up. I'm going to pull that mask off again. Just being a pain in the butt. You got your wrist or paw. So you got your twist there also, or ankle rockers. Fully articulation here on there. So, of course, back leg do the same thing. They go in and out a bit. Tail does not bend anywhere else. It's still going to be in this shape, but it does have a hinge, and it's on a peg. Swivel there. He does have some extra waist articulation too. He's got a cut here and a cut here. So you can get some decent little bit of extra kind of range. Not a whole lot. I don't know how much it's really going to make any real difference. But you can also get it to move up and down a little bit, at least on the back side. So you can get them kind of Now, you're not going to get the bod bar level because he has a different neck piece. We're going to get him look like this downward, but I'm going to look up about that high. So you can at least do that. But yeah, pretty cool. I do think the saddle needs a bit of a wash. Maybe in the mask as well. I mean, it sits on there pretty nice and flush, but I wish it would stay on better. I know some people have like 3D printed different part, like a whole different piece that goes right over top that actually has different ears, and the ears actually kind of come up outside of this, kind of like the I want to say more like maybe close to classic. I don't know. I have to find those posts because now I don't remember. But they had like different types of shaped ears that I never saw Scareglow in front of me, but I always kind of wanted it. Yeah. I don't know, that Mondo one that came out, the 1/6 scale, that Scaremare. Oh my god. But the Chronicles one I haven't seen yet, but he's kind of cool too. Kind of want him too. Not so much on the King Grayskull. But I definitely do want to check out. I do at least want to have representation for the new He-Man movie in figure form. I mean, right now I got Battle Cat, but it's my first Battle Cat. So far, I have the 40th anniversary He-Man and Skeletor or vintage collection for Masterverse, the Masterverse movie He-Man from '87, as well as Skeletor and Evil Lyn. Still looking for a Beastman and Blade because those guys sold out really quick. Of course, the 2000X He-Man from Mondo 1/12 scale. And I have the first couple waves of the Thundercats He-Man crossover. So I got that one He-Man. I didn't go in for the other Lion-O or Panthro. I do need the Panthor because that's really the only other one I need that they've released. I don't think they're going to do anything else for that crossover, unfortunately. As much as I would love, I did pick up 2 of the Skeletor, so I could have one as Skeletor and one as Mum-Ra. So, but this guy's pretty cool. I can't wait to mess with him some more, figure out how I'm going to really pose him around on the shelves. I do love that the saddle is a bit soft and more pliable, so it allows for the movement to kind of, it doesn't really hinder the movement all that much. But I do kind of want to see him without the harness on the saddle, but he does just belt on, one here in the front, one here on the bottom. So it keeps it nice and straight on your Battle Cat. But yeah, that works pretty good. I like that. Good clue. Let's look. But yeah, he's going to keep his eye on you guys. Because every step you take, he'll be watching you. Springer. I wish he was in the movie more. But anyway. And you only see him in the armor once. So, but yeah, cool. All right, guys. We are... Wow, that didn't take that long. Actually, that was only about almost 10, maybe 15 minutes ago when I finished with the other guys. But he doesn't come with anything else. And I didn't get any He-Mans out here to put on the back of Battle Cat because my 2000X is in a shelf in a cabinet kind of out of my way. So, I don't know. I do want to kind of see. You know what? Let's see. Well, what the dwarfs look like on. Let's put this one on. Let's see if I can't. As his face mask hits, falls off. I mean, so here's what a Mythic Legions dwarf looks like on top of Battle Cat. If you wanted to see that, there you go. So, I mean, this will work well with all those. It will scale pretty good with that if you wanted to do that. I do want to put some detail on it, but I don't know if the paint will hold. Because like I said, this is a bit of a rubbery material on this saddle / battle harness. But yeah, so there you go. Anyway, I think we are going to call it a night, guys. We are an hour and 40 minutes in. I want to thank everyone for showing up and hanging out with me tonight. Again, it's an open I can't even talk. Open invitation to, if you like hanging out with me and you want to be on the show, you can contact me on Instagram at Larry's Geeky World. That is the best way you currently can get a hold of me. We'll talk about what we want to talk about. You don't have to have anything to open. I just call Let's Open Some Toys because most of the time I have something to open, and a lot of times because I have a huge back catalog. I probably would still be opening stuff if I didn't from Legion's Con if I didn't go ahead and just open them all up off camera. Just saying. But next week we will be doing a couple figures. I think I'm going to do 2 figures from the Ox Crew Wave 2 wave, the Ox Crew 2 wave, the Ox Crew Book 2 Horror Zone. Because like I said, I got 5 more figures from that wave to open up. But again, thank you all. Make sure you hit that like button, hit that subscribe if you haven't already. You can you can follow me on Instagram at Larry's Geeky World, where I occasionally post photos of my collection and other geeky stuff I want to post and share. Typically, I do share a good amount of, I try to share a good amount of toy photography. It has been a bit more difficult because I have been working a little bit later. So if you haven't noticed me hopping on the chats on some shows, that's because I'm probably working. I know it's been getting me not allowing me to get onto some of the shows until a little bit later, usually closer to when they're about to end. But again, I will see you guys probably in the other ToyTuber chats. And until then, y'all take care of one another, and everyone have a great rest of your all's weekend and Saturday evening. Good night, everybody.